I'll say, I'll start it, then you know. That's all it takes is a minute. Kick it off.
Okay.
That's why I looked around.
I know you did.
I could feel it coming off. Oh my God. It's like
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We will now call this meeting to order. Thank you so very much for being here. This is our first meeting of the month of March, and we will begin with roll call, starting with District 1.
DeAndre Knoxon, District 1.
Felix Herrera, District 2.
Thelma Bowie, Commissioner at Large.
Dedrick Johnson, Mayor.
Abel Garza, Commissioner at Large.
Dorothea Jones Pointer, District 3.
Jamie Clark, District 4.
All right, thank you so much. Let the record reflect that we do have a quorum, a full house of the commission. And so now we will have our invocation. Our invocation today will be brought to us by Pastor Tim Franklin of the Connection Church. We are very thankful for Pastor Franklin. Following that, we will have the the pledges by Commissioner Knoxon.
Well, Father, we come here today, and first I give thanks for these leaders of our community who give of their time and their talents to serve us, to help this city continue to move forward. Father, I pray that you would give them wisdom as they make the decisions that impact the future of this community. Father, we want to continue to grow in unity. We want to continue to grow in progress. And Father, give these men and women, Father, all that they need to lead us into that great future. And Father, we pray over the first responders, the city workers, Father, you would continue to keep them safe, Father. Watch over them in their duties, Father. Help them to be able to go home safely to their families at the end of the day. And so, Father, we just give thanks for this day, this opportunity, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Please join me in honoring our the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now the Texas Pledge.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. All right. Thank you, Pastor Franklin, for that invocation. If there's any announcements or anything you'd like to share about the Connection Church, you can do so at this time.
I'm a pastor, you can always talk. I just share, we are so privileged to be a part of this community. We want to always give back to this community. We run the Coffee Connection, which is a ministry of our church. It's allowed us to give, last year we gave about $29,000 back into our community from our church. And this year we ought to give, we're guessing well over $30,000 is our target. And so it's just, we consider it a great privilege. We feel like God put us here to serve this community, and that's our desire.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you being here. We're now up to the portion of our meeting for proclamations and presentations. Today we have a couple of special presentations that we would like to give. And the first one I would like to read and present is a certificate of recognition from the Office of the Mayor, the City of Texas City, Texas, on behalf of the citizens and City Commission, does hereby present to Bay Area Council on Drugs and Alcohol, also known as BACOTA, in commemoration of their dedication to offering mental health resources and programs to the Texas City and Galveston County community, in furtherance of their mission to mitigate the negative effects of tobacco, alcohol, and other substance use. In testimony whereof witness my hand and the seal of the City of Texas City on this 6th day of March, 2024. This is signed by myself and attested by our City Secretary, Ms. Ramari Lee. We have any representation from BACOTA, Bay Area Council on Drugs and Alcohol. If you'd like to come forward and receive this at this time.
think they want you to stop somewhere up there so you can take a photograph. Thank you all so much, we appreciate it, thank you. They want you all to come back that way so they can take your beautiful pictures. Mayor. The mayor's chair.
Oh, the mayor's chair.
The mayor's chair. Just slide it this way.
Put it there, I'll use it.
I was gonna get it, I fixed to say that I got.
Never. Yes, yeah. Wait, yes, okay. Make sure.
Thank you all
Thank
so
you,
much.
ladies, all you.
Would anyone of you like to have some words about Dakota? If so, you can go to the podium.
Oh,
Stand
podium.
by. Yeah. Thank you for what you do.
This is your chair because he's trying to get it.
It'll be super fast. I just want to say that it's been an honor to be able to work with Texas City and in the grant to help with post-COVID stress responses, and it's been a healing process for myself as well to be able to dedicate my time and energy to this community and other Galveston County communities, and I'm truly honored. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Our next certificate of recognition goes to taking our best shot, and it reads as follows. The City of Texas City, Texas, on behalf of the citizens and City Commission, does hereby present to taking our best shot in commemoration of their dedication and volunteering their time to create health-related dialogues aimed at bolstering community engagement and health literacy in Texas City and Galveston County. In testimony whereof witness my hand and the seal of the City of Texas City on this 6th day of March, 2024, signed by myself as mayor and attested by our City Secretary, Ms. Ramari Lee. So if we could have representation from Taking Our Best Shot to come forward, we're certainly...
Yeah, get that chair.
I was going to stand behind you.
Oh, okay.
You all right?
Yeah.
Y'all squeeze in together.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So much. Thank you. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right.
Thank you so much to this.
Wrong way.
Thank you all for this recognition. It is truly our honor to be able to have conversations about public health in a communal space like library, and this is something that we've been really, really excited about. Public health really takes all of us, and we're really fortunate to play a small role in bringing that to the Texas City community. So thank you for recognizing us. And yes, this has been an incredible opportunity to not only get to know more members of the community here in Texas City, but also to help build upon a sense of unity and community together. We just also want to give a special shout out to all of the members of Taking Our Best Shot who weren't able to be here today, but are here with us in spirit. But also, for example, our awesome supporters like Leslie, Mary Beth, Jessica, and the whole library team, our parents who cook the greatest food whenever they come to Taking Our Best Shot. So please come and join us at any of our future meetings.
All right, all right.
I just want to echo my brother and say thank you so much to Texas City for also welcoming us into your community. Like, it's such an honor and a privilege to be a member of Galveston County and be able to also serve our community as well. So thank you so much.
Hello, I am a local Texas City high school student. This is currently my last year. last year, I came to Taking Our Best Shot and an opportunity to delve more into my future career, and they have been a major help. And again, I've only just moved here last year, and it's been so welcoming for me. So again, I would like to thank this group for letting me in, letting me be a part of everything that they've been doing. So thank you, thank you.
Thank you all very much once again. And our last certificate of recognition comes also from the Office of Mayor. The City of Texas City, on behalf of the citizens and the City Commission, hereby present to Galveston County Health District in commemoration of their ongoing commitment to offering health literacy materials, health education sessions, health assessments, vaccinations, and other additional services to the residents of Texas City. This dedication aligns with their overarching goal of disease prevention, safeguarding against public health risks, and fostering overall well-being throughout Galveston County. In testimony where I've witnessed my hand and the seal of the City of Texas City, again on this 6th day of March, signed by Mayor and City Secretary, Mr. Maury Lee. This is for Galveston County Health District. If we have any representation, there she is. Congratulations. Good to see you.
Thank you, good to see you.
You can have some words if you'd like to have any reflections as well.
I'd just like to say thank you for the recognition and the honor. It's a privilege to work with the City of Texas City and with Moore Memorial Library and our collaborations with reaching the community. They're always a big help to us and reaching all the residents in Galveston County. It's an honor and a privilege, and we enjoy doing it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Texas City has a long-standing relationship with the Galveston County Health District. We appreciate them for always being a supporter of our events. To Taking Your Best Shot and to Bakota, we are very thankful for your existence in our communities as well. I want to ask Ms. Cheryl Lowen if she has anything she'd like to add to this. You can come up at this time. One of the tenets of Community Matters 2030 is for our library to become a place of information that has resources of all the different social services we have in our area. We've done that, and we're continuing to do that by broadening our scope, and we're so very thankful for the leadership of Library Director, Ms. Cheryl Lowen. And so thank you for all you do to work with these different agencies, and if there's anything you'd like to add, you can do so at this time.
Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners, for giving us this opportunity to acknowledge or to thank these community partners of ours. I'm meeting Jessica Matos up here with me. She's our Assistant Director. She is our primary contact with all of these groups, so she definitely needs to be up here as well. Taking Our Best Shot developed a series of programs for our library initially, and they're some of our most popular programs. We had one patron tell us that she didn't care what they were doing. She was going through the program. It didn't matter what the topic was. The presenters were so fantastic. And so it was a pilot program they started in our library. They've received grants to expand their programming. And we are just grateful to be a part of that with them. Bakota has used some of the funds for their happiness grant that they received from the Health and Human Services Department to present programs at our library aimed at reducing stress and improving mental health. I don't know if you saw any of the Facebook posts, but their Mardi Gras masks were amazing. And such a popular program, they had to redo it over the Nestler Center so seniors could also participate. They're also donating some additional funds to us to be used for some sustainable programming in the library. We're developing a very long wish list, but some things that we might include are equipment for digitizing old formats like cassette tapes, VHS tapes, slide film that can be used by everybody in the community. We have lots of ideas, you have to stay tuned as we work through that process. And then we've been partnering with the health district for years now. They've provided so many services and programs at our library. And through all of these groups, we've made connections with other groups in the area that have helped us expand other programs and make new partnerships and so on. So it's been a tremendous benefit for us to work with all of these groups. Anything you want to add, Jessica?
Oh, this is just, I just wanted to say thank you.
Thank you again, Ms. Lowen. At this point, we're up to reports on our agenda. We're going to have our annual report from our fire inspections and fire prevention report given by our fire marshal, Ms. Jason Brown. Mr. Jason Brown, that's a Mr. Jason.
Good afternoon. It's going to be pretty quick.
Sorry, Mr. Brown.
Oh, you're okay.
All right.
All right, so what are we? We're a law enforcement agency within the fire department. Currently, we have 5 staff. It's me, the fire marshal, 2 assistant fire marshals, and neighborhood improvement services that falls under the purview of the fire marshal's office as well. What we do is we reduce health and safety risks to the public as well as fire department personnel through conscientious risk management and public education. We're responsible for planning and development, fire investigations, public education, enforcing city ordinances, inspections. We are the only entity that has to do recurring inspections, and neighborhood improvement services. We are the custodian of records. It means we submit all fire department response records to the state, do open records requests, and maintain fire department database. We issue operational permits to businesses that require them, provide technical assistance and research, and we handle a fair amount of complaints. We have permit inspection programs, so anytime you open a business that requires a permit, we have to go out there and do an inspection. We offer free smoke detectors to the citizens, and fire prevention, we do Fire Prevention Month every October. We visit every school, talk to every child every October. Last year we did approximately 1,600 inspections. That's up about 300 from the previous year. This year it's going to be a lot more than that because we got a lot of big stuff coming. Investigated 223 fires. That's fires of all different kinds, from houses, O'Reilly's, trash, cars, everything. Complaints mitigated. Numerous impaired fire alarm systems. There's a lot of older fire alarms in town. Overcrowding of commercial occupancies, locked egress doors, barbecuing on balconies, this normal stuff that people complain about. Public education, about 5,000 students. That's going to grow as we have more and more schools popping up in our city limits. Plan reviews, about 350 last year, which is going to go up also. This is I don't know if anybody's ever seen the fireworks trailer, but this is what the fireworks trailer looks like on the dike. We have to inspect that and kind of babysit it all day every year. That, obviously, O'Reilly, that was a busy day. There's another picture. Afterwards, started in an air conditioning unit on the roof. Apartment complaints. Apartments have been a big deal in town. They are consuming a lot of time, a lot of mold, a lot of rot, just not good living conditions for our residents. We've worked pretty hard to resolve a lot of them. There's a couple photos of some of the complaints we've resolved. So, holes in stairs, mold. It's pretty awful, the condition that some of these apartment complexes allow these citizens to live in. Some of the frequently asked questions: why does it take the fire marshal's office up to 30 days to review plans? Basically, it's first come, first serve, and we're busy. Why is there overlap between the regulations that the fire marshal's office enforces and those enforced by the Railroad Commission, State Fire Marshal's Office, OSHA, EPA, and TCEQ? The answer is fire marshal's office enforces the fire code, which has many provisions pertaining to hazardous materials. Our focus is on fire safety, injury prevention, and environmental protection. Each of those agencies has many regulations that differ, and there are some overlapping regulations. Someone said they live in an apartment. I was told they cannot grill on their balcony. This is true. You cannot have a barbecue pit on your balcony. Small electric grills that do not produce open flames, small propane grills, are allowed under the fire code, but they may be prohibited by the apartment. And where should you place your smoke detectors in the house? We get this call weekly. They should be placed on each floor and in each bedroom and in the hallways leading to each bedroom. And if you don't have them, you can call, we can replace them. And that's the report for the year. If there's any questions?
Commissioners, do you have any questions of Fire Marshal Brown?
No, sir. Good job.
Thank you for what you do.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You guys have a good night.
Thank you. Next on the agenda that's printed, it says public hearing 6A, but we are going to bypass that. We've already had the public hearing for this particular topic. We can go straight on into the zoning for preliminary approval. So that was placed on that agenda in error. We're going to 7A. We will consider and take action on a request for extension of time for the preliminary zoning approval of the Marlowe Lake North Plan Unit Development Application. Transportation and Planning Director, Ms. Kim Golden.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. Mr. Amari, did I have a map in there or anything to show the area? So this relates to the Marlowe Lake North subdivision. It is the subdivision that is there off of State Highway 3. It is, there's a Marlowe Lake, and then there's Marlowe Lake North. Marlowe Lake is pretty much already built out, so it's the one that's got the houses. Marlowe Lake North is basically the rest of the property that is around the Sprint sand mine. And so the PUD application was approved by the planning board, recommended by the zoning commission to you all, and you all gave it preliminary zoning approval back in 2023, 22 maybe, 22. But anyway, it's about to run out, and we don't want to have to go through the actual rezoning process again with all the mailed notices and things. So you all have the capacity under Texas, under your Texas city ordinances to extend the preliminary zoning approval, and we are recommending that you do that. They have moved forward with their preliminary platting, and their preliminary plat has been approved. They're in the process of submitting to us their final plat on the first section, which is actually going to be section number 5. They're getting close. We've got just a couple of little things to get worked out. And so we've recommended, and the planning board has considered it, and it's also recommending to you that the preliminary zoning approval be extended until, I've been in too many meetings today.
Take your time.
I think we are looking for an extension into 2025,
I think so.
April 17th of 2025,
Yeah.
or it might be March 18th.
I see
March.
March 16th,
March
2025.
Okay, March 16th of 2025, that's what we're asking for.
Commissioners, do you have any questions of Ms. Golden on this extension request by the developer?
No, sir.
I move to approve.
I second.
A motion has been made by Commissioner Jamie Clark to approve this extension, seconded by Commissioner Felix Herrera. All in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you all.
Thank you very much. At this time, we are up to public comments. I don't have anyone who has submitted public comments or requests to address the commission. But I will take this time to acknowledge some very special guests that we have in the room during public comments. And I was going to wait till the end, but I know I just don't want to have them here the whole time if they don't want to be here. So during public comments, I want to acknowledge the presence of our Scout Troop here in Texas City, Scout Troop 246. And they are brought to us by Scoutmaster Mike Chambers. Is Mr. Chambers here? Thank you so very much. And that part of the Scout Troop 246, they're here to fulfill some civic and governmental requirements today, and we're very thankful that they're here. I just want to kind of call the names out. When I call the names out of the Scouts, do you mind standing where you are so we can recognize you? Scout Samuel Morrow. Good. James Allison, Joshua Allison, Xavier Mall, Braden Johnson, Lucas Bartlett, Zeke Salinas, Zach Salinas, Ricky Salinas. I venture to bet that y'all are brothers. Aiden, is it Menego? All right. Andrew Perez, Connor Hall, Aaron Lim, Mark Shaw, and Charlie Shaw. Is there any scout that I may have missed? All right, let's give these young men a big round of applause. We're thankful for your presence and thank you for your participation in Scout Troop 246. Hopefully you're maximizing your potential and learning a lot in this program, and I know that you are. Thank you, Scoutmaster Mr. Chambers, for bringing them here today. Now we're going to move on to our consent agenda. Commissioners, you have before you consent agenda items 9A through I. Let me see if I'm 9A through L, I'm sorry, for your consideration. You've had an opportunity to look over those. If there's any that you would like pulled for further discussion, if you have questions about them, you may do so at this time. If not, we will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
I second.
Motion has been made to approve all items, Commissioner?
All items.
All items A through L from Commissioner Bowie. That motion has been seconded by Commissioner Herrera. All in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. We're up to agenda item 10A, regular item. We will consider and take action on the second reading of ordinance number 2024-04, amending the Texas City Code of Ordinances, Title 15 entitled Land Usage, Chapter 160 entitled Zoning, and providing for publication and an effective date. From our Transportation and Planning Director, Ms. Golden.
Yes, good afternoon again. So this is amending the zoning ordinance for the District SP site plan to add the battery electrical storage system and similar type projects to the District SP as a required zoning for that particular use. As y'all know, your District SP serves the function of a special use or conditional use permit that several other cities have that tool. Y'all have used this as that tool. So we've been doing the same things that we're saying add to the ordinance as a policy as we reviewed these type projects for the last several months. And with both the Planning Board and the Zoning Commission, they found these criteria to be reasonable and applicable and have helped them in their decision-making about these different projects. And so based on that, we're bringing it to you all with a suggestion that it be codified into the ordinance so it will be applied uniformly across all your zoning districts. And there will be, y'all will have expressed your will that this is the way you want it to be considered.
Commissioners, any questions of Ms. Golden?
Ms. Golden, the first reading did not change, the second reading did not change.
It's exactly
one
the
item.
same, yes, sir.
Motion to approve, Mayor.
A second.
A motion has been made by Commissioner Abel Garza, seconded by Commissioner Felix Herrera. All in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. All right, thank you very much, Ms. Golden. Move on to item 10B. You're gonna hang out up there for a little while? Consider and take action on resolution number 2024-042, approving a contract for engineering and roadway design services for the Holland Road East Extension at I-45 Gulf Freeway.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. So I don't know if y'all know this, but there's a tech stop project going on the freeway. It's been going on for a while. And as it currently stands, it does not provide for any kind of Holland Road extension on the east side of I-45. What it
plans to do is just put back the little jug handle that was there before and that you can't use right now because the batch plant's sitting on it. We have been in conversation with TxDOT that really doesn't line up with all the development that we have ongoing on the east side of the I-45 freeway. We haven't exactly said the words that somebody missed it, but it's become pretty obvious it needs to be there. And so we had a very productive conversation and meeting with the TxDOT's district engineer. And TxDOT is actually agreeing to add this extension that's going to be in their right-of-way to the construction project as a change order. Our back of the envelope estimated cost of construction is about $2 million, and they've agreed they're going to pay for that and add it to their project. But what they need from us is to get the engineering done so that the plans can be designed and be ready to incorporate into their project through change order. And so we have we've gotten a proposal from Quiddity Engineering, who's very familiar with the project and the developments that are ongoing here. Got a lot of experience working with both TxDOT and Texas City. They've given us a cost proposal, which is attached, and we are recommending this to you for approval so that they can go ahead and get started on designing it. It contemplates that they'll have the design done in about 90 days, which is very fast, but it will then give TxDOT what it needs to be able to negotiate a change order and put it into their project.
Commissioners, any questions of Ms. Golden about this request?
I move to approve.
I'll second.
Motion has been made to approve by Commissioner Clark, seconded by Commissioner Herrera. All in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Golden. Next item is item 10C. We will consider and take action on resolution number 2024-043, authorizing the Texas City Economic Development Corporation to award bid number 2024-449, Texas City Community Plaza Project to B&D Contractors Incorporated. Services, Mr. John Branson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Commissioners. As the mayor said, this is a Texas City Economic Development Corporation project. However, because of the cost of the project, we wanted to bring that before the commission for your approval since you approved the EDC's budget. Earlier today, the Economic Development Corporation had this on their agenda and they unanimously approved the recommendation of the award to B&D Contractors. On February 22nd, the city opened and read aloud the bids that were received at that time. We received a total of 5 different bids. This particular bidder, B&D Contractors, they are the low qualified bid. We did have a lower bidder, but they didn't submit the correct bid form. They left out items on their agenda acknowledging the addendum, so they didn't follow the processes. And quite frankly, they missed it overall. So what we're recommending is award to B&D Contractors in the amount of $6,836,033.38. The plaza that's going to be developed there is really going to be something special. It's going to include an amphitheater, a water feature, an activity mound, a playground, a picnic pavilion, restrooms, a playground park, dog splash pad, and a dog park area. It's going to include artificial turf, an open plaza area, fencing, landscaping, decorative lighting, and then the existing food truck is going to be relocated into this new plaza area. Public Works Department, they're going to be the ones managing the project. They're the ones that solicited the bids. They recommend approval. The ADC board approved it, and our Economic Development Department and staff recommend approval as well. And we'd be pleased to answer any questions you might have.
Thank you, Mr. Branson. Commissioners, any questions of Mr. John Branson?
Mr. Mayor, may I add one thing, and I'm so sorry.
Sure.
This will require a budget adjustment, which was also on the ADC's
agenda earlier today, and it's on your agenda down a couple more items, but it will require a $500,000 budget adjustment. There's plenty of money in the EDC's fund balance to cover that cost, and again, we recommend approval. Thank you, Mayor.
I'll second.
Motion has been made by Commissioner Pointer for approval of this resolution, seconded by Commissioner Bowie. Is there any further questions or discussion? All in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Branson. All right, at this time, we're moving to regular item 10D. We will consider and take action on ordinance number 2024-08, amending the fiscal year 2023-24 budget to appropriate funds for engineering services on the Holland Road Extension Project. This is the one that Ms. Golden just talked about, and we have with us Mr. Jeffrey Miller.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor and Commissioners, item 10D is a budget amendment in connection with item 10D to fund engineering services for the Holland Road Extension Project. The amendment is for $185,000 from the EDC fund balance, and staff recommends you approve.
All right, thank you, sir. Commissioners, you have any questions of Mr. Miller regarding this budget amendment request?
This is for the same project you just talked about. We can't do one without the other.
That's
I
right.
make a motion to approve.
I second it.
Motion
A question.
we have a question on this end?
No, I didn't have a question, no.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Anybody, any more questions or further discussion? All right.
I restate my motion to approve.
Second.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Garza, seconded by Commissioner Clark. All in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much. And next on the agenda is item 10E, consider and take action on ordinance number 2024-09, amending the fiscal year 2023-24 budget to appropriate funds for additional professional GIS services. Mr. Miller?
Item 10E is a budget amendment for GIS consulting services to assist with engineering and planning department to develop an interactive address map and assigning process and an interactive floodplain and repetitive loss map in the city's GIS database. The amendment is for $35,426, funded from the general fund balance. And again, staff recommends approval.
Thank you, sir. Commissioners, are there any questions of Mr. Miller regarding this budget amendment request?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion has been made by Commissioner Knoxon to approve this request. The motion was seconded by Commissioner Herrera. Any further discussions, questions? All in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much. And last but not least, consider and take action on ordinance number 2024-10, amending the fiscal year 2023-24 budget to appropriate funds for the Texas City Community Plaza project. Mr. Miller.
Item 10F is a budget amendment in connection.
Proceed, go ahead.
Okay, item 10F is a budget amendment in connection with item 10C, as Mr. Branson had already communicated, to supplement the community plan project. The budget amendment is for $500,000, funded from the EDC fund balance. And again, staff recommends approval.
Okay, any questions?
No, I was going to make the motion.
Okay. Any questions of Mr. Miller or further discussion?
No.
This is the budget amendment, in addition to the $6.8 million that was mentioned by Mr. Branson, requesting a $500,000 budget amendment.
Mr. Mayor, in order to be congruent with 24043, I move to approve 2410.
I second it.
A motion has been made by Commissioner Pointer to approve this budget amendment, seconded by Commissioner Clark. No further questions. All in favor, state by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Miller, for that information. Had quite a full agenda today, but I did want to just highlight a few things. It's very important. The commissioners, I want to thank you all for approving the the budget amendments that we have before us, particularly the one on the Holland Road extension, as that will enable that project to be placed with the continued development of TxDOT. And then also, it will also not serve, by doing that, we've kind of eliminated any hindrances to the development at Beacon Point at Lagomar and any Lagomar East and all the future home developments that we have. So we appreciate us getting that ball rolling with quiddity. Also appreciate the budget extensions for the community plaza. That is something very exciting that we will be embarking upon with Economic Development Corporation's help to build that community plaza on 6th Street. I think it's going to be one of the anchors on 6th Street to get our community to come out and really enjoy the different amenities that we have there already. So I know I'm out of order. I put mayor's comments before commissioner's comments. It's supposed to be yours first, but since I'm talking, I'll keep on going. Another special thank you to the Scout Troop 246 for being here. We really appreciate you guys, and we wish you the best in your continued Scout careers. And thank you again to our communications department. I want to give them a special shout out, Mr. Derek Miller and Ms. Jennifer Laird. They have been working extremely hard. Let's go ahead and today, the Texas City Lamarck Chamber of Commerce hosted their annual State of the City's address at the Doyle Center. It was a luncheon, business luncheon. Had an opportunity to present to everybody in attendance and to all those who may have streamed in online to present all about the statuses of our Community Matters 2030. Can I borrow your book for just a second here? I didn't have one. Thank you very much. Community Matters is what you've seen all around Texas City on the particular banners hanging up on the thoroughfares. And while we were tasked with giving the state of the city, we took it upon ourselves to give the state of Community Matters and the many projects we have going on in the city. Part of doing that, it was a very huge success today, but part of doing that was the work behind the scenes that each one of you department heads has done in submitting your information to our communications department, our community development department. And Jennifer Laird and Derek have worked around the clock to prepare for today and help me prepare for today. And so a victory for the mayor is a victory for the entire city. And so I just wanted to personally thank them and publicly thank them, as well as every department head who has worked so hard to get them the information they needed for that presentation today. Thank you. And I don't have much else to talk about other than the fact that the ship is about to sail. For those of you who are unfamiliar, the SHIP is an acronym for Summer Hire Internship Program. We are going to be taking applications for the different positions of our college students who may reside in Texas City or have graduated from Texas City Independent School District. And so we really want to make sure that they get the word out and know that you can apply for, I believe we have 10 upper level type internship positions that we'll be offering, and we'll be taking those applications for the next couple of months and looking forward to starting a successful year 3 in our summer hire internship program. And that's all I have for right now. We're going to go ahead and start with Commissioner Knoxon, see if you have any commissioner comments, and we'll work our way down to Commissioner Clark.
Thank you, Mayor. Just kind of like to echo what you said about Jennifer and Derek. That was a great presentation you guys put on, and also kudos to you too, Mayor. You did an excellent job, informing everyone of what the great things Texas City has going on, also pertaining to Community Matters 2030. Also want to say thank you for throwing in that snippet about the after-school tutoring program that we started at Carver Park. Maybe 2 weeks ago, a gentleman introduced himself to me wanting to give out free tutoring to students in the community. So working with Mr. Harris and the mayor, we were able to provide a service at Carver Park to where kids in the community can come from grade level 6 through 12 middle school, even on up to get free math tutorials at Carver Park. So just want to also thank the mayor and Mr. Harris for that. And couldn't be here last meeting. I was busy welcoming in a beautiful baby boy.
Yeah.
Healthy mom, healthy baby, 7 pounds, 1 ounce, 21 1/4 inches long. born 4:24 p.m. To a great, fantastic commissioner of the dad, DeAndre Knoxon II.
We're just so glad he looks like the mom, that's all.
So that's all I have. Just thank you guys and continue doing what you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Commissioner. Congratulations on the birth of your first child.
Thank you.
I can't beat that, so no comment.
Come on, Felix, no, baby,
It's been a long and productive day, and I don't have any comments.
Thank you, Commissioner Bowie. Commissioner Garza?
You said everything I was gonna say, so I'm done.
Well, there's nothing left to say but to introduce to some and present to others. Commissioner Jamie Clark, the Honorable,
Oh, thank you. I was going to remind you of that.
the Honorable Commissioner Clark.
Well, I want to say, I might as well talk. Nobody else is, other than congratulations, DeAndre.
Thank you.
Mayor, I've lived here all my life, and if I didn't live here after your talk today, I'd want to move here. So you did an excellent job
Yes.
promoting our city, and you did give kudos to all the department heads and everybody. So, I mean, I know this is a great city, and we have a great team here. I appreciate that. But I want to say thank you to the scouts. Michael Chambers will never say anything. He's a saint. He's worked with these scouts for I don't know how many years, but many years. And what he does for our boys and our scouts is just amazing. And right behind him is his wife, Nancy. So, Nancy, I know Michael couldn't do a whole lot of what he does without you. But what y'all do for the scouts in our town and our community, thank you so much. It's a great group of kids. I've talked to them for the last 2 years. They've invited me to come talk to them about community, about city government, and I've invited Commissioner Garza to go with me as well. And so it's a great group of young men. So we really, truly appreciate what y'all do with our youth. So thank you.
I want to say something real quick before we move on. There has been brought to my attention that there's some propaganda being placed in boxes or mailed or something about a particular sitting commissioner right now. And I'm just going to go ahead and be frank with it. And it speaks to the tone of Ms. Jamie Clark, who just spoke. She served this city in many capacities for many years on this commission, on many boards, our foundation, and you name it. And I just want to say that it's preposterous, some of the things that are floating around in the propaganda, in the mail, in the pamphlets that are being passed out with many misspelled words and all kind of stuff on it that speaks to the character of Commissioner Clark. Normally, I wouldn't do this at all, particularly during election season. But Commissioner Clark is unopposed. So I felt like it was okay for me to say this. I probably wouldn't do this if there was a candidate race. I'd stay out of it. But the fact that she's unopposed speaks to the job that she's done in her district. And I just want to let the citizens of Texas City know that anytime they want to learn anything about any candidate sitting up here, all they have to do is come and meet them personally or participate in the many activities and events that we have going on in our city. It's disheartening to know that there are people who are putting out 100% lies and false propaganda about a sitting commissioner. And so I want to say for the record right here that that is 100% totally false, and that I strongly am thankful for the work that Commissioner Clark has done with our commission. So without any further ado, I will ask a blanket request for all city staff. If you have any announcements or anything that you would like to share, you can do so at this time.
Yes, Mayor, I have a couple announcements. Just wanted to announce, starting Monday, we will have our spring break camp. That will be for ages 6 through 12. That would be starting at 7:30 a.m. and stopping at 5. So looking forward to that. And then on the 16th, we will have our Little League softball parade. That will lineup will be here, and that's the park. And we will proceed down 21st Street to Goddard Park for the opening pitch. And then on the 23rd, would like to, that's where our art festival will begin. And so that will be opening today. That will run through the 27th. It's early this year. This is a leap year, and hey, it's just on us fast. And then on the 27th also, we will have our annual East Egg Hunt, and that will be at Carlos Garza Sportsplex. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Harris.
Is there an age group for the Easter egg hunt?
Yeah, you're a
Yes, it is.
little old.
Through 12?
Yes, it's actually 5 to 12, and we also have a 3 to 5 as well, so that's a
You
good.
put your basket up.
I'm working about doing an adult Easter egg hunt, so just stand by, we'll get you that.
For a woman.
Anybody else, in the city? Yes, ma'am, Ms. Edwards?
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to say thank you so much for your support of the community plaza on Sixth Street. I think that that's gonna be a beautiful complex. It'll be a great family-friendly, free place for people to go and make some memories, so thank God for that. I also wanted to make sure that this group knew about the High Horse big concert event that's happening on March 16th. There's a ribbon cutting at the location on the 15th, and on the 16th, it'll be 3 country western acts. It's one of the first big events happening at that location, and it is at Mall of the Mainland. They're really looking to sell tickets, so if you're looking for a fun date night or something fun to go do that weekend, please do consider that. There's a lot of effort that's been put into Mall of the Mainland to really bring it up and modernize it, and we just want to support that how we can.
Thank you, Ms. Edwards, appreciate you. Anyone else? Ms. Laird?
Just wanted to say thank you to everybody, kind of to echo what you said, Maynard. Thank you to all the departments who sent in information. I know we got a lot of credit for State of the City, but it was really everybody else in the room. I got a little good-natured ribbing about writing a draft that was 45 minutes long, but that's only because there's so much to highlight. So thank you for
Amen.
making my job easy.
All right, thank you, Ms. Laird. Ms. Lowen?
I just want to thank you for approving the contract for the library renovation. We are very excited that we can get started on this project. Jessica had a couple things she wanted to mention.
Sorry, I've got 3 things. One, that young man who spoke with the Taking Our Best Shot, Sean, he will be at the library on Saturday, April 20th at 2 p.m. talking about food safety. Taking Our Best Shot, they're helping prep him and teaching him how to give presentations and things like that. So he's highly interested in public health, and they're helping him to do that, and he will be giving a presentation in April. Second thing, with the art festival, we've been doing this our 3rd year in a row to do tiny art at the library. And this year, instead of canvases, we're doing little terracotta pots, and I give people basic supplies. So if I have anyone who is artistically talented or pretends to be artistically talented here, if you take one of these, you can also return it to me by March 19th, and we'll do our little display at the Texas City Art Festival for library patrons who have done tiny art from the library. And then, last but not least, if you notice, the TOPS group was students, public health students from UTMB. We also have other students from UTMB in our community with Gulf Coast Center, Coastal Health and Wellness, and all of these groups. And one of them is going to be doing their major project at the library with women veterans. And so we're already going to be starting signups. It's going to be an 8-week seminar starting in May, and it's going to be helping health, wellness, and self-regulation strategies. So if you have a place to put a flyer, I've got flyers for that, and it's going to be on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. at the library. And so I have those flyers. So if you've got some women veterans that need them, I'm also going to send it to all Texas City employees if you got family members, just to help them network and grow their community and have that support in working on mental health strategies.
Great.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jessica, we appreciate it. Anybody else with the City of Texas City? All right, thank you so much.
Motion to adjourn.
All right, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much.
I'm sleeping.
Commissioners, y'all got the parade forms?